The ball in Andrew Luck's hands. Straight back. Intercepted. Touchdown. The youngster from Florida, Nickel Roby, the pick six.
You know, greater than 60%, Jimmy Graham should be compensated as a wide receiver.
Frank Wycheck, I'm from Nation. Sure.
What?
Shacked in the fool already.
Get these bums off the field.
I don't know where TCB gets his sources from, but we always get everything 3 hours before everybody else. Every time.
TCB was your TMZ.
It ain't Chris Broussard.
We back. It's the Pick Six. True. Episode 28. We don't even need to discuss what number, who the athlete is for this week.
Who is that?
Fred Antoine Taylor.
No. Wrong. Ryan knows who it is.
Nah.
Darryl Green, the fastest man on earth.
Nah. It's the most underrated running back in NFL history. Fred Taylor. Nah, it's like I was a big Darryl Green fan too, though, so I can't even hate. But what's going on, fellas?
Nothing much. Still recovering.
Yeah, good times. Let me introduce who we have on the line. We got Reed.
What's up?
DCB.
Hola.
Digo.
What up?
Myself, Dev, and hopefully J.E. will join us this week. But we got a good show coming up. We got some good topics. We sit down and put together our 6 topics. Being that this is the Pick Six, we pick 6 topics to tell you guys about.
Not 2, not 3, not 4,
And
not
in
5.
this segment, the first 2 we're going to discuss is NFL training camp is right around the corner.
Yes.
And we also got some fools acting up in the NFL. So those are the first 2 things we're going to talk about in this segment. But before we get there, I have to get an update from my boy TCB on his paleo diet.
Well, yeah, this has really been like a wash. And now that our fearless leader who's leading this diet is going to Miami on vacation with his wife tomorrow, he's like, yeah, we'll just pick it back up on the 10th and go until Labor Day, and then we'll just call it after Labor Day.
So
sorry,
he's put a hold on the diet himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst leader of the revolution ever.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, you're going to go to Miami on vacation for your wife's birthday. Do you really want to stick to a paleo diet?
I hear you. But my man should have had the foresight to know that
the vacation was coming up.
Yeah, before he let all y'all into that.
Well, he actually said it was more of a whim. She told him at the last minute that's what she wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Happy wife, happy life. I get it.
That's right.
Let's be honest, it's not like TCB was being honest to the diet anyway. We all saw you on Saturday, my man.
Hey,
I got shot after shot.
I'm not going to lie. I did. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, he left him in the parking lot after the fight.
Sure did. Left that, them salmon chunks,
Oh my
whatever
God.
whatever was wrapped in bacon is now wrapped on the cement.
Good Lord.
Oh, that was so graphic.
Hey, I just wanted to share my experience.
That's when keeping it real goes wrong right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
So let's get into the NFL talk, man. We are all excited. We always get excited this time of year because NFL start. And, no matter if your team was underwhelming or overwhelming throughout the offseason, it doesn't matter. You're going to get excited. You're going to get excited to see your team come out in those jerseys early September, as soon as or late August, whenever it is. When does NFL kick off?
September 10th?
Yeah, 10th. Okay. So, yeah, we're all going to be excited September 10th. But there are certain things that you look out for as your team goes into training camp. You know, up to this point, a lot of the conversations are it's too early to predict this, it's too early to predict that. And at this point, I don't really want to go into the whole what's your record going to be bit, but I think with training camp starting in 2 days, it would be a good idea to kind of look at some of the takeaways that we want to see from our prospective teams heading into this NFL training camp. So without further ado, we're just going to focus on 3 teams. Ryan and TCB representing the Redskins, Dan representing the Bears, myself representing the Jaguars. So I'll get myself out of the way. As far as Jaguars camp, the things that I want to see. All right, stop laughing.
Go ahead.
It's real disrespectful, man.
I'm just saying, get out the way.
All right. Well, I just want to see. I'm interested in some of the battles on the offensive line. I think that no matter what you do, you know, a lot of people are saying that it's all on Blake Bortles, which I do think it is. But the way that you help a young quarterback is doing things like having an offensive line that can not only hold him upright, but be able to help you control the line of scrimmage for the running backs as well. So, you know, if our offensive line does not produce if they did not turn up a quality offensive line, one that's at least average, then this season is going to be a wash again. So that's where I feel about the Jaguars. Now that's over. Y'all can talk about whatever you want.
Well, I guess I'll go next since I'm, a man on an island myself. But for the Bears, the main thing I want to see is our secondary actually do some improvement, some major improvement. We got torched all last year, as you know. Actually, our defense as a whole just got torched, but specifically our secondary just could not cover the deep ball at all. We just continue to get torched. So I hope to see a lot of drills on the defensive side, especially in the secondary, as well as some pass rushing techniques. But I'll be honest, I'm not expecting too much from that this year. We just got to continue to build. But that's where we need to work.
I just want to see what Bob's going to do.
That's the main that's the main thing with the Redskins. I mean, we have other issues secondary, but this team is not going to do anything until, like he said, Bob plays well.
He's not.
So we're calling him Bob now, huh?
He's not RG3. He's not Robert Griffin III. He's Bob.
Subway Bob.
That's exactly what he is.
But to me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But to me, he's kind of I think he's in a similar situation to what I was saying about Blake Bortles. Like, yes, he has ways to go in his development, and I mean, you can kind of look at actually, you know what? RG3 kind of is what he is. Like, he's not really the same as Blake Bortles because, I mean, he's already started 40 games in this league. Like, it's not like a light bulb's going to go off at this point in his career, and he's just going to be just better. Like, I think that's ridiculous to expect that a player
he was injured for a lot of the games that he started, though, and then mentally he wasn't all there when he came back last season. So I think this is a year he can see some improvement, just from a confidence standpoint.
I don't really think that. I think that more so the thing that the Redskins need is an offensive line that's going to be able to block for him consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say all you want about how the offensive line played with Kirk Cousins and Colt McCoy. You know, they may have done a better job in the pocket, but even the offensive line still wasn't good. They just performed better with a bad offensive line.
Well, they made an improvement to the offensive line this year in the draft.
I mean, yes, it's very easy to say that a new player is an improvement, but you have to actually see the new player perform, especially a young player. So I think there's a lot to be seen there. I would look at Brandon Sheriff and didn't y'all draft a guard too?
We drafted
from Alabama, the African,
the Mather kid.
But
Cyrus Quandro's little brother.
I thought, but he's not expected to start. I thought you guys he got a new guard in there that's going to start.
It'd probably be Spencer Long.
Yeah.
We still got roster.
I forget about him all the time.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I look at your team and I say, like, the impact that those two guys could have on your offensive line, like, you hope that they're true upgrades, because if they're true upgrades, that's why I was saying earlier in the group chat, like, personally, I haven't really given up on. I mean, it's hard. Well, because of what you have on your roster right now, it's kind of like RG3 might still have a chance. He's already going in there. I wouldn't have brought him back. I wouldn't have put him back in that situation. But being that he's in that situation and this is what we're dealing with, I would look at it and say, like, I'm not ready to count him out.
Yeah, I haven't totally. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, if the offensive line steps up, I think that he could bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't totally count him out. I just think now what Jay Gruden needs to do is they need to lean on the run, to help him out. And that's another thing I think it's going to have to happen if you want to see RG3 bounce back.
Yeah.
If that run game is not working, he's not that type of quarterback. He's not capable of leading the team just by his arm. So.
Yeah, they made to take a page out of Dallas' playbook and take the ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, you make him a better quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my main concern for this year is that by December 13th, the Redskins and Bears is not the bumble on this year's bumble analysis. We probably will be, though.
We play y'all this year?
I don't think we play y'all. We don't play y'all this year.
I thought it was this year.
Nah, we play the Vikings.
Yeah, that's who we're matched up against.
But it's not an NFC North, NFC East year.
Yeah, it's just where you matched up in the division.
Yeah.
Or where you ranked in your division.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm looking at the schedule now, but
because we go through the AFC East and the.
I'm looking at the schedule right now.
But did the Vikings have a worse record than the Bears last year?
No, I think the Bears are the worst.
Oh,
Dan might be right because
I'm pretty sure I'm looking at the schedule right now.
Because RG3's rookie season was the year that y'all played the NFC North last, because that's when we went to the Vikings game.
No, we're not playing it. We're playing the South, but we just playing whoever finished last in their division. So.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the Vikings.
December 13th.
Oh, okay.
And it might be a bum ball.
Oh yeah.
That's my early prediction for the Bumble that week 14.
Oh, before we go to Junior Gallette, I did want to ask you guys this, Ryan and TCB. It's almost as if I think that the Redskins, it would be better that either RG3 is immensely successful or he's just a disaster. Because if he's middle of the road,
you don't want any questions.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's either he's going to be our guy and he's going to try to play for a decent contract at the end of next season. Not this one, but next one. Because it'll be his 5th-year option at that point, which we picked up. And see where we go from there.
So let's say RG3 comes back this year and he has a season where he throws numbers like, 14 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and y'all have a record of 7-9. What are you going to do in that situation?
I'm not picking up that option. I mean, you said 14 touchdowns.
Well, no, we already picked up the option.
No, they can. Y'all can still release him.
Yeah, we can still release him.
Just count against the cap.
Yeah.
No, it don't count against the cap.
No. Yeah. It won't count. You can release him straight up for nothing. The only way that it would hurt you is if he hurts himself.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But if he makes it through the season healthy, you can just release him and not take a penalty for it.
Yep.
But what do you think about that, Torn? A 14-14 season from RG3, you guys go 7-9. Let's say he plays
7-9.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an improvement from last year by far. But if you're looking at big picture, like going into next year after you finish 7-9, you're looking to contend for a wild card or possibly a division title. And can you continue to build around him? And was he the reason why we,
Right.
were successful? And if he was just, Trent Dilfer out there, just a game manager,
Sure.
then I'd say you still need to look for your leader out there, unless you want to go that route and just have a strong defense. But we're not going that route.
But sometimes it's good to retain the game manager, and Dan, that's why I threw 7 and 9 out there, because I wanted to kind of create a dilemma for them as far as like looking at it and saying, all right, well, our team was somewhat successful. We had an improvement and whatnot, and even though RG3's play was mediocre, we still found a way to show an improvement with the other pieces around him.
I hear you, but RG3 will not be successful unless he cuts his hair. He cannot prosper in 2015 with those 2-strand twists. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Okay. Let's move on to New Orleans, where the Saints have let go of their outside linebacker, Junior Gallette, because of conduct issues. Didn't he have DUIs or something?
He didn't he knock out a girl on the beach? They had a video.
Oh God!
Why you guys
that
laughing
won't
at that?
Sheesh! It's the way Ryan said. He's like knock out a girl on the beach. Just
I know it's on video.
World star.
Are you sure he wasn't just clubbing a seal or something? I mean, not that that's any better, but.
Well, anyways, it's not that rare that a guy is released because of his conduct. It ends up costing him his job, but it is kind of rare when that guy then takes to Twitter and starts bashing the coach with,
Well, first of all, he hid behind his girlfriend's handle, so let's make that clear.
Yeah.
He didn't even tweet from his own Twitter account.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Oh, you didn't know that? I knew that much.
You thought this nigga's name was Gorgeous Gal?
No, I didn't pay attention to what the name was on it at all. And there's a picture of him in it.
Nah, it's definitely his girlfriend's Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the name at all. But whatever. He still pretty much called out Sean Payton and was talking about how he's a drunk and has a woman on the side and all kinds of stuff. It's like, I don't understand why he would do that. Like,
So does the rest of the NFL.
huh?
So the rest of the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to
Pretty
get a
much
job.
a big mill. That's what he did.
That's exactly what he did.
He didn't get his way, didn't get something he wanted, so he said, well, you know what? So-and-so doesn't do this, or so-and-so does this.
Right.
Pussification of America. What are these men doing nowadays?
Yeah, it's
Like he's so stupid. Like you're trying to audition for another job, and you think this is going to help you
Not in the
find
league.
a job.
Oh, yeah, he just took a flamethrower to his career.
Yes.
And even when he gets picked up, he's going to be on the short leash. Like any dust up, he's going to be released right there on the spot.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect to see him back in the league ever.
He will. He's talented. So somebody take a chance on him, but I don't see a long career.
There's still the issue of him hitting the girl. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, that you got his little rant where he's airing out, stuff that's private, and you know how much NFL teams love that when you do that, and he's hitting women. Ray Rice still ain't back in the league. I mean, it don't look good.
Ray Rice has a domestic violence group advocating for him to come back to the league.
I know, I saw that. They want him to be like the spokesperson for domestic violence, so that's probably why they want him around.
Yep. Did you see Jonathan Martin retire?
Yeah, I did.
I found that hilarious.
Speaking of pussification of America.
Well, my suggestion for Junior Gallette is to pull a Ricky Jarrett and get on a good interview, tell a story about his life.
That show is so good, man.
Show is great.
That show
Thanks
is
again,
good.
Ryan, for the password, bro.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I have yet to watch a single episode of that show.
It's actually pretty good, TC.
Yeah, you're missing out, man. We're talking about ballers, by the way. All right, so
Am I missing out?
yeah, you are.
Is it Breaking Bad missing out?
No, it's not Breaking Bad, but
You can't compare every show to the GOAT.
Is it Power missing out?
I don't watch Power.
It's a different concept, man. It's like a 30 minutes, almost. I don't want to call it a sitcom, but it's
good.
It's good. It's good.
Did you watch Entourage?
I couldn't get into Entourage.
Oh,
I tried, and it was
it has a very Entourage feel, but
You gotta watch it for what it is. You can't watch it to compare it to The Wire. Watch it to compare it to Breaking Bad. Watch it just for what it is. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Breaking Bad, which is greater than what, Torn?
Walter White is greater than The Wire.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Don't back
don't
off
you
of
do it.
Sam.
Don't you do it.
All right, we'll be back in segment 2. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady's suspension, which was upheld today in his appeal, and Jamal Charles making statements at the Special Olympics. We'll be back to Pick 6.
True.